everybody. Today I'm going to be making what I consider to be the most oddball sandwich, but it is so full of deliciousness. It is packed with different flavors, and it might seem a little odd, but I promise you, your mouth won't think so. Stick around. And scramble up 2 large eggs. Gonna put some pepper in here, not too much. And I've got my skillet on heating, or not my skillet, but my little flat plate here. Let that heat up good. I do not like scrambled eggs with a bunch of white everywhere, so I scramble them up pretty good. Okay. And while that's heating, I'm going to go ahead and get my spinach started so that hopefully it will be done pretty quickly, because you want to try to put this together as quickly as possible. And I've already got some, I've already got some butter over here in this pot, and I'm going to let it cook down. And I'm going to cook enough so that I can have some for tomorrow without having to recook it. Okay, this is sizzling, so I'm going to go ahead and put my egg on it. Run some water in that bowl, and I am going to wait around for that bowl to fill up and for the eggs to get done. Now, the eggs could get done quicker, obviously, but I don't want them to get overdone on the outside and not done on the inside, so I've got it on a medium heat. Now the spinach, might need to put just a little bit more butter in there. Okay, there we go. Y'all forgive the scraping noises. Okay, those are nice and done. So now I will scrape them off. Okay, and let me come over here and do this right quick. Okay, now while this still has residual heat on it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open some onions that I had sauteed yesterday, because actually, oops, this is not onion. Hold on. Hold up, Patty. I had actually sauteed some onions yesterday with the anticipation of making this sandwich yesterday. But by the time I got through doing everything else that I had to do, I was so tired, y'all. Oh. Okay, this will be enough. Spread that out, let that heat up. As you can see, it's still plenty hot because it's just melting away. Well, the butter's just melting. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit there for a moment and warm up. I'm going to return these to the fridge. Okay, so I've got my egg, my scrambled egg. Yeah, that's warming up quite nicely. That's actually going to be perfect because they're not going to be so hot you can't bite into them, but they're going to be just warm enough to make it Okay, now this, my spinach, as you can see, has sauteed down quite drastically or dramatically. And I'm going to let it finish sauteing a little bit more because I want it a little more limber. And here I have a loaf of sourdough bread. I do enjoy some good sourdough bread. And I am going to pull out the two largest pieces because later on, or towards the end of it, we're going to be pan toasting the bread. I'm going to slice up a tomato. Okay, and when you're slicing your tomato, you want to keep the slices reasonably thin because remember, there's going to be a lot on here. And you just want the tomato to accent it. Okay, it looks like the spinach is pretty well sauteed. So what I'm going to do now is to open up my packet of Swiss cheese. And I've got a package of baby Swiss. I prefer the baby Swiss for things like this. I'm going to break this like that. Hopefully it will. Okay, awesome. Because I'm sorry. Gosh, y'all can't see what I'm doing. Y'all are watching the stove the entire time. That's not right. Okay, let's bring this over here and move that up. Now you can see. I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay. Now we have our spinach. And it's nice and sauteed, actually perfect. It's quite perfect. So I'm just going to kind of mash it against the side of the pan because I don't want any liquid in this because I don't want a soggy sandwich. Boy, that had a lot in it. Okay. I'm going to have enough left over for a sandwich tomorrow. Good. I like that idea. The less work, the better. Okay, there we go. Oh, this is smelling so good in here, y'all. Okay, I turned the heat back up for over here because, as you can see, my onions are sizzling. Because what I want to do now is toast my bread on this because it's got all the flavor. I mean, I could bring out another pan, but I'm not going to. Because this has got all the flavor on it, so why not just do it here? Okay, and I'm going to butter this again really good. Okay. And this is where I want this piece of bread to sit. Now at this point, I'm going to put on my egg. Okay. Then I'm going to put on my onion. Ooh. Okay, now comes the spinach. Okay, now comes the tomato. And the Swiss cheese. Okay, and now I'm going to mayonnaise this top piece on both sides. I'm a mayonnaise person. A lot of people prefer butter, and every once in a while, I mean, I do like butter. I love me some butter. But for this sandwich, I like mayonnaise on the inside of it. Okay, and now I'm going to turn it and butter it again. Ow. Okay. And now we are going to flip it. Okay, now y'all, let's check the other side of it. Ah, yeah. Okay, and there you have it. A nice, toasty, oddly satisfying sandwich. And I know that it may sound weird and look weird, but I promise you, it doesn't taste weird. So on that note, I think I'm gonna eat me a sandwich, and I'll wave bye-bye. See you later.